Dan, wake up!
What year is it?
It's 2019. You know what time it is already. That alarmingly sounds for one reason.
2019, April 2019. You don't mean.
I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, to The Frying Pan, your favorite pop culture podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Party Animal Seer, and I'm here with my near and dear friend.
Robert C. D'Onofrio, and I just want to say I like the pop culture podcast. It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's what we are. We dabble in a couple different genres. We got a little pop culture to us. We got a little comedy to us, but we also get serious sometimes. So we dabble. We dibble and dabble.
Dibble and dabble.
So how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing well. Just another day on the grind, really. School's like, hey, by the way, we got like a month and some change left, so we should probably slap you with a lot of work, right? And my response, of course, is no, just let me be a hermit in peace. And
Let me die in peace, pretty please. Thank you.
yeah, and their general response is, we'll just crush you under the weight of the random assignments that we can assign in 1 week.
Hold on, pause. When you made that noise, do you know who Casey Fry is? That meme dude?
Nope.
Oh, I'll show you after. No, Ben has definitely showed him to you. Was like,
You
when
know,
Ben does like the I'm a genie in a bottle. You've
you
never
know,
seen that?
you act as if like that's said a whole bunch, but I
I
think
wanna run you the right way, and then because he's like, apparently like talking to a girl, and then he's like, ha, that one didn't work. Thanks for wasting my time. No, you're lesbian. I get it. There's no way that wouldn't work on you. It's like that. I'll
like the confidence, but
I'll give you some context later
yeah,
someday.
yeah, appreciate it. Text me at 3 a.m.
Yep, 3 a.m.
But yeah, so like this week and last week rolled around, and I'm fine with schoolwork. It's a normal workload, whatever, a couple essays a week here and there. But then it's like, hey, every class you got 2 essays, one due this week, one due next week. What's that? You got to read a shit ton of source material for all of them. Get wrecked, bitch. And it's like I can't really complain because it's schoolwork. It's definitely manageable. It's not like I'm swamped and don't have the free time. It's just I don't like to sacrifice all of my free time for schoolwork because, well, I guess I'm lazy. I don't know. Regardless, school is just like, hey, fuck you this week, and I'm saying, hey, don't kill me, maybe.
Well, think of it this way: you're paying for it, and you're definitely getting your money's worth.
Okay, yeah, but I'm not really a masochist. I don't enjoy paying people to slam me.
Well, that's
But that's
life.
enough
That's
about
life,
me.
buddy.
Yeah. How about you? How was your week?
Good. Work week, same old, same old. Eventually I feel like we should just cut these out because we just say the same thing every week.
I enjoy the pleasantries.
I enjoy talking to you, but I don't think people enjoy hearing us talk about how school sucks and how my work sucks.
Well, you never know because the narrative could start to change.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Maybe we can be more interesting people and just bring more to the table. Like, would you do anything fun this weekend?
What did I do this weekend?
I'm pretty sure we didn't hang out,
Oh no,
so I know I didn't do anything with the boys.
I played basketball because it was wicked nice on Saturday for the first time
Oh,
this year. It was a nice little 65 sunny day. Good first day of spring it felt like. So me
yeah.
and a couple boys went up to the nearest I don't know, court, I guess.
Hooping field, yes.
Hooping field, yes, and we tossed that ball right in the hole
I don't
for
like that. I don't like that at all.
oh, it's fine. For a couple hours and then later on
Sounds
that
like
day,
freeform golf.
yeah, later on that day I went up to my favorite soccer field to see if they put the nets up and they did. So I was very happy with that, but the thing that sucked was it rained the day prior and I was like, Oh, it's fine. I'm probably dried up, but it was kind of dried up, kind of swampy. So I didn't really want to snap an ankle, so I didn't play for that long. But
Understandable.
it felt good to be back out there.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, spring is finally starting to peek through. Funny enough, we're supposed to get snow tonight, though.
I don't think so. I think it's just
Yeah,
rain.
there's supposed to be a snowy mix.
Oh yeah, it is going to be cold tonight. Well, I don't want to see it.
Well, theoretically, it's not going to stick to anything. It's just snow can form is the moral of the story, and like the mountains and shit. So
Don't say it. Don't think it. I don't want to see it. I just what was it? Last night, I don't know if I was having like an existential crisis, but I was Googling like cheapest states to live in like prices for studio apartments like all across the United States. And I found some cheap prices, and let me tell you, it was so tempting to just like, yes, I would like this apartment.
what states?
Um, Surprisingly, Texas has pretty cheap apartments.
Well,
Some
Texas is has pretty good infrastructure
Yeah.
to my knowledge. So that's
There was the
they're doing
obvious
well.
ones like the Dakotas, Wyoming, Wisconsin. Um,
Ah, yes, the imaginary states.
yeah, like they don't exist unless you live there. And even if you do live there, it's just I imagine like it's just one giant cornfield from one end to the other, like the whole state.
Yeah, yeah, and meth.
Is meth? I don't know if meth's prevalent there.
I don't know, dude. I'm just gonna imagine that every like rural place has a meth problem. Like hell, even like rural Vermont meth. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we got a heroin problem in Enfield, so.
Um, I was gonna say good. I don't know why I had the reaction to say
Oh,
good.
thank God they have a heroin problem.
Yeah,
Thank God it's not me.
I don't know why the reaction for me was just say good on that one.
It's all good. We're gonna cut to my favorite part of the podcast, favorite opening part of the podcast. So,
It is
something positive, Bobby. Well, the sunny side of life. What you
the
got for
sunny side
me?
of life. All right, let me hit you with something positive. Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm all ears.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
spit it out.
Okay, it's a little thing actually. It's actually positive for me. So there's these like little tea cookie things, like crackers
Mm-hmm.
that I really liked when I was a kid, but I just stopped seeing them for the longest time. And I thought like I'm that wrapping is me like looking at them so I can unwrapping it so I can see the name.
If you, okay.
And, and they're by Goya and they're called Maria cookies.
Yeah, Marie cookies are bomb.
So I thought like those weren't a real thing because I remember them from my childhood, but I just stopped seeing them all of a sudden. And when my mom was in the store, she picked me up a pack, and it just felt like I got a little taste of my childhood again because they taste exactly the same, at least to me.
Mm.
So I don't know, it was just nice to have that little breath of the past. That's a weird saying. That's not a saying, is it?
It's not a saying, but you can say it.
I'm coining it.
Okay, trademark it.
Yep. But yeah, so that was my little positive thing because it was just surprising that like, oh shit, that's yeah, that thing, that.
Nice.
Yeah, little thing, little thing.
I do remember Maria cookies from back in the day, but yeah, they're kind of like a forbidden fruit where they just kind of dropped off the face of the earth for me. But I didn't. It's not. I didn't even miss them though. Was the thing. But imagine if it came back and I had one, I'd be like, oh yeah,
Well,
that's
for me,
it.
it's just well, it kind of like that's how it was. Like they were like my favorite snack for when I had like packed lunches and stuff. Like they would be like the dessert cookies. Like because I never liked Oreos or anything because I didn't like chocolate or Chips Ahoy or anything. So
Yeah.
they were like that nice neutral, still sweet cookie. How about you? Let me hear your sunny side of life.
I got a few things. My number one thing is I've been seeing some results for the work that I've been putting in the gym and eating healthy, so it's slowly paying off, slowly but surely, but numbers are increasing. Stomach, not so fabby, not so fabulous, but it's looking better.
You're
And
beautiful no matter what.
oh, well, maybe on the outside, but on the inside, I'm a tortured soul. Do you like that? No,
Mm,
no, it's
mm,
okay. It's fine.
mm,
You don't have to.
mm,
You don't have to pander. It's fine.
mm.
Um, that's one thing. Two things. Spring around the corner. Very excited. Looking forward to warm weather, brighter days, probably more positive mindset, and getting to play soccer was nice. Very happy to get back into it. Still, wish I would join a rec league, but I don't have the time. I don't have the time to do it. But other than that, life's been okay. Been doing good.
That's good.
Thank
That's
you.
good.
I'm glad
That's
I have
good.
your blessing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. Just the running inside joke that we have with my blessing just makes me giggle every time.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of segments though, if you remember last week, I asked you or I gave you three statements and you chose which one of them was wrong.
Viking.
Let me let me remind you of those statements.
Okay.
The 15 to 20 largest container ships in the world create more pollution than all of our cars in the world combined. The Giza pyramids were built when mammoths still roamed the earth, and the one you chose, as you remember, Vikings never actually fired flaming arrows at boats carrying the dead. They would sink them by running them over with a larger boat. And ding, ding, ding! You got this week's right.
Did I actually?
Yeah, Vikings did fire flaming arrows at boats, and they didn't. They didn't just ram a boat full of dead corpses to sink it.
It was probably um, all right, we're gonna in a previous life, I was probably a Viking, and they were like, we have all these dead bodies. What are we gonna do with them? And then one guy was like, let's just put them in a boat and just throw it at them. And then I was like, wait a minute, guys, I got a better idea. And then I took an arrow and I took a lighter because
Yeah,
we had them
yeah.
back then. And then I lit the tip on fire, and everyone was like,
Just fucking Zippo.
Jesus Christ, this guy's insane. Yeah.
Actually, did you know the lighter was invented before the match?
I didn't know that, but now I know that.
But congratulations, you win my heart. I don't
I was
fuck.
hoping for a kidney, but that'll suffice.
Yeah, yeah.
I was hoping
You
for.
want my liver? Do you want that
Yeah.
instead? That's the consultation price, but you can have it.
Can I get your appendix?
Ooh, sorry, a bad Tinder date left with mine.
Yeah, you see, I'd offer you one of my livers, but for some
You
reason in China, I thought I would be getting paid a lot more for just my
you only
appendix.
you only have one liver, my friend.
Wait, you don't have two?
Wait,
I'm asking you specifically. I
I
th-
have two kidneys.
I
I have
thought
one liver.
I thought having three livers was normal.
Oh,
Am I different? Am I the weird one?
uh,
Is this why I got bullied in high school? Because of the third liver? Um, let's move on to some topics, buddy.
yeah, yeah. Oh, actually, no, hold on, let's circle back real quick. So I was expecting you to get hung up on the pyramids of Giza one.
Hell no.
A lot of people wouldn't think that mammoths were around back then, but you sought it out. You looked, you peered around the weeds, you stepped over the prickers, and you found the right wrong one, Dan. Congratulations.
Thank you. Dude, I was, like I said, back in my previous lives, I was there. I was there for all of them. You can't sneak
Previous,
anything by me.
yeah, I think in my previous life I was like a genuine hermit or something.
You seem probably a blacksmith.
Blacksmith.
Like,
Is it because the beard?
well, I was thinking of, who's the dude in Dark Souls 3?
Avalon?
I think so.
Andre?
Andre, yep. You'd be Andre.
Oh, hell yeah. He's buff and has a majestic beard.
Yeah. That'd be you.
He's just he's
That could,
essentially the mountain, but like
kind of cooler.
cooler.
Yeah, I think cooler. That could
Yeah.
be you, Bobby. Just give it a couple years. That could be you.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to inject steroids into my ass right now.
Oh, okay. Well, there's other ways, but if you want to jump over a few steps, you can go for that. It's fine.
Hey, you know me, they call me the corner cutter for a reason.
That's a really weird nickname. I don't know why anyone would give you that one.
Yeah, I
Um,
got it in kindergarten because I used to cut the corners off paper.
it's just fucking weird and
Yeah, I don't know
inconvenient for
why.
everyone.
Yeah.
All right, first topic of the day, coming from Cardi B. Um,
Ooh, this can't be good.
well, it could be, but this one
Well,
isn't really.
I'm just gonna guess it's not good just because I already know what it is.
And I guess you're a couple steps ahead. Cardi
See into
B
the
admits to
future.
drugging and robbing men years ago. If you don't know, Cardi B, before she blew up as a rapper, she was a stripper. So, this was back in those days, I'd say probably like 5 years ago.
Oh.
Yep. And a lot of people are saying they should make a big deal out of this, and then a lot of people are saying it happened so long ago, and with what she was doing, it shouldn't really be relevant to who she is now. And I
Mm.
wanted your opinion on this.
So it's kind of we've kind of talked about like the same premise of like being held accountable with like James Gunn. Obviously, James Gunn was like just tweets, and this is actually drugging and robbing people.
Yeah.
So let's take the same premise and apply it to like a neutral person. So let's stick with the robbing aspect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say right now I walked into your house, stole your Nintendo Switch. You're sad about that. You're hurt. You don't know it was me. 5 years down the line, you figure out that I was the one that stole your Nintendo Switch. Are you mad about it?
I said probably not 5 years later. Me personally, I don't think I'd hold a grudge, but I
Okay, we're
understand
not
what you're
talking about
saying.
holding a grudge against me. We're talking like it's just like picture me as like a neutral
Well, I know
party.
I'm saying like I
It's
understand what
not
you're
about
saying.
holding a grudge. Like you would basically you would want that back, I imagine, or at least you would want some form of compensation, even though it's 5 years down the line, just because it's still the absence of something that you've had. At least that's how I would be, because like yes, it's basically the way I see it is like you fucking robbed me. That's the issue. It doesn't matter how much time has passed, right?
No, I guess that's true.
Like say if someone broke in your house and just robbed it blind, a court case, like say if they were found out 5 years later, I'm pretty sure a court case can still be opened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
Like
it's
they can
court
still
cases.
receive punishment.
Yeah.
So then taking it back to Cardi B, she drugged and robbed men.
Yeah.
She didn't sneak into their house. She didn't like swipe their card off them or something while she was doing her thing. You know,
Doing a little
like she
little
didn't.
dance.
Yeah, she didn't slip a ring off or grab a chain or something. Like, no, she drugged men and robbed them.
Yeah.
That I think is a pretty big issue. And I mean, yeah, it was years ago, but drugging someone and robbing them's not okay.
No, by no means is it okay, but it's kind of hard to see it as like because I feel the lens that a lot of people see it as like Cardi B as in like the famous rapper, but back then it was Cardi B, the nobody stripper. So
Okay,
I'm not saying like what she did is good, but I'm saying it doesn't carry as much weight as it would. Like if nobody knew who she was, this wouldn't be a thing because I imagine stuff like this happens daily.
well, I think really like the more out the thing about it was that she like admitted to it. It's not like it came out and someone's like, "Yeah, Cardi B robbed me back in the day." Like she admitted to it, right?
Yeah.
Like she outs herself about it, and like I think the problem was her candid attitude about it. Like she was trying to say like she did it to survive or whatever. That doesn't make it right. A lot of times people can say like they did it to survive, but it's kind of like it's almost like running something to the extreme. At least that's how I see it. Because I'm sure there was other avenues. She didn't exhaust every other avenue, and the only one that was left was for her to drug and rob people.
I mean, we don't know that though. Very well could have been.
I mean,
Well, like
I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I know for a decent fact that strippers make pretty decent money.
yeah, but you gotta think you're a stripper living in New York, and no matter who you are, living in New York is expensive as fuck.
Well,
Like
yeah,
I'm
but
not I'm
you're
not
we're
by no
still talking
means
about drugging
I
people.
know by no means am I justifying it as like this is an okay thing to do. All I'm saying is that it carries a lot more weight from way back then to who she is now, or far less weight. Because
Well, yeah, I do agree people can change. It's just more like I guess it depends on her attitude about it. Like if she was remorseful, that's one thing. If she genuinely felt bad for what she was doing, you know?
well, even if she doesn't feel bad, I wouldn't want her to fake that feeling. Wouldn't want like a very shitty apology to come out from her. Like I'm sorry to the people that I drug and stole from. When I'm pretty sure in like the video that she or got leaked, I don't know if it got leaked or whoever put it out, but she didn't really sound too sympathetic about it. She just said it as in she had to do this to survive and she needed to do this.
Well, I mean that I find that harder to.
I mean, I would rather her admit to it than someone come out or like five people come out and saying she did
Mhm.
this and then her denying it.
Mm. I mean, I guess, but at the same time, it's like it's still very wrong.
Yeah, it's not good by any means.
Like I feel like you're using the fact that she got famous as like it's giving her too much leeway, right? Like because she didn't even have to get famous to change. She could have just fixed her life. She could have got a job as like a teacher or whatever, you know?
Yeah, but well, I mean, she liked doing it though. Like she liked being a stripper. She said.
You're not getting what I mean. Like so even if she didn't become a successful rapper, say if she got successful in a different avenue in life, like she just got a job that paid more, so she didn't have to drug and steal from men. If it came out that she did in fact do that, or she was joking about it and it got found out to be true, I'm sure she would get fired from her job as a teacher. Like people, like there would be backlash. It just wouldn't be on like the media level scale.
No, I understand that. Like what I'm saying or what I was saying to she like being a stripper is that like you're saying she could go out and do this instead. I was saying she enjoyed doing this and that's why she did it. My whole thing was like she was still in the position she was then and she was still doing it today, it would not matter in the grand scheme of things. If anything, no one would care. Like no one would hear about it.
Well, well, that's the thing. It's because she's famous that it gets out like it. Just because no one would know about it doesn't make it okay.
No, I understand that.
Like I don't know, the way you approach this is like flip the headline, right? So male drugs and robs women blind. Instant reaction is scumbag, yeah?
I mean that's just society. I don't think that's a fair
Well,
flip the
I'm not trying to
table.
like make this a thing about men's rights. It's just like that's how you gotta look at it. You gotta change, make it the same situation, just change the people involved. Don't make it a man that does it, just make it another woman. It's still a fucked up thing,
Yeah.
regardless of how long ago it is. I mean, like I said, I do believe people can change. I mean, she outs herself. It's not like people are being like, "Hey, she stole my shit. I want it back." Like, no one's doing that. So it's like, fuck it. Now it's like, fuck it. But if someone was just like, "Hey, she did this to me," then it's an issue. But since no one's come, at least to this article from when it was written, no one's come out and been like, "Yeah, I want my shit back," or "I'm looking for legal action." So I guess it really doesn't matter. But
Do you think
I
anyone's
think
gonna
it's
take?
pretty scummy.
Yeah, it's scummy, but do you think anyone's gonna take legal action on it?
I mean, how many people do you think knew that their stripper was Cardi B? Well, I mean, it's like you said it was years
Just
ago,
kidding.
so I'm sure, and I'm also sure like a lot of people, because like men pride type of thing. Like I'm sure a lot of people don't admit that they were, drugged and robbed by a stripper. So
Yeah.
it sucks because it's a bad thing that's happened in the past, but at the same time, you can't really condemn her for it because you're right, she is a different person now. But at the same time, if she's showing a candid attitude about it, then it's like, well, wait, kind of fuck you.
Eh. See, like
Like
that's
I am.
that's where I'm on the fence because like I'd rather her be genuine with the reaction. I wouldn't want something fake. Like if she's like I do what I had to do. Fuck it, it's in the past. It's like okay, cool. I don't want her to be like, "Ah, I'm really sorry for what I did back then. It's
I mean, yeah, but that's not really like a valid defense, right? Like if I did fucked up shit in the past, like just saying it's in the past doesn't make it not happen, or it didn't make it not happen.
I understand that, but if you grow as a person and you move on from it, then it is in the
Yeah, there's
past.
Yeah, but that's not righting your wrongs, now is it?
I mean, would you just want like a fake response of like, I mean, there's no way you're gonna right your wrong unless you track down the people and give them back their money, which doesn't
Well,
really seem.
exactly, and they're not, pursuing her for it. So it's just like the only thing you're left with is she did a scummy thing in the past.
Yeah, and she's grown and moved on at this point. I don't think there is really a matter of justifying the means. It's just moving on and bettering yourself.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you can't do anything about it. It's just like personally, I think like, well, fuck Cardi B because that's a pretty fucked up thing to do.
Yeah, you're wrong.
But at the same time, she's a different person, so it's just like, That's the only thing I could feel on it. It's just like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm just unless people come out, it's whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, honestly, the only thing I really give a shit about, like, drugging people is, like, it's robbing people is one thing, but drugging people is kind of fucked.
I
Because that's like assaulting people, that's serial assault.
I mean, would you rather take a pill and be drugged, fall asleep, and not be robbed, or would you rather be robbed and not drugged?
Well, I mean,
Both
the
great.
situation at hand, I'm certain, like, I'm just gonna go with never mind, just ignore that.
Don't jump too quick to conclusions, Bobby. Both are great options. I get that, but you can only
Yeah,
choose one here.
but I mean, like, drugging someone, that's like some Bill Cosby shit.
Yeah, that's why he's in jail.
Oh, but that happened in the past. It was like back in the Cosby Show days.
Was it? Oh, I thought it was like another. I thought he did in the Cosby Show days, and then he did it like again recently.
Not too sure about that
Yeah, but
because I'm pretty sure the people that came out against him, it was like a past thing. But I'm not too sure. I'm not too well versed in the
yeah.
Cosby case.
I mean, the
But
difference is
hey,
people
should
came
we
out.
should we hold him accountable? Could he have changed? He could have, but he still did fucked up shit. So it's like, it's about how much evidence is present.
Yeah,
I just power slammed my
yeah,
microphone, and I'm sorry.
it's fine. I mean, both bad, but I do think drugging and raping is a lot worse than drugging and robbing.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. It's just
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I don't think comparing them is
There
good.
was there was still a key element though that made them similar.
I please don't compare Cardi B to Bill Cosby.
Hey, they both drugged people. That's all I'm saying.
There's,
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not getting into this.
Fuck it. In lighter news, Rip Harambe.
Yeah, stop. I'm gonna have to stop you right there.
Can,
Uh,
can you explain to the people what this is about real quick? I gotta blow my
Good
nose.
boy, Marsman, Elon Musk, savior of the fifth or the 21st century, the man who's going to bring us to Mars and have flying cars and all that jazz, is now dabbling in the music industry. Our near and dear SoundCloud rapping friend Elon Musk has put out a track called Rip Harambe. Um, it doesn't slap, but it's not the
You're telling
worst
me
thing.
it doesn't slap?
It does not slap, but it's not the worst thing I've heard.
I'm gonna be honest. It's a lot better than some of the other SoundCloud rappers' music that I've heard.
You know, yeah, probably.
But I feel like it's more like the lyrics, how memey they are. Obviously, this was an April Fool's Day thing, right? So
Yeah, it was just a big meme, and I think his SoundCloud account or SoundCloud page is Emoji Records. A little edgy.
emoji records.
Yeah,
It is.
it's good. Elon Musk, you're a good dude. I don't care what people
Yeah,
say. You enjoy your memes and your anime and all that jazz. You
yeah,
get me to
honestly,
Mars.
I'm happy that this billionaire guy is so like connected to modern day like meme culture. It's just really funny to me.
It's just very weird. It's very like it's very weird to see people with a lot of money actually in touch with us peasants, I guess.
Yeah, right. Because like he wasn't always a meme, or at least I don't think he was, right?
No, I
At
mean,
least he wasn't open about it up until now.
yeah. I mean, it could all just be like his
Yo,
marketing team. Oh, did you have something?
No. I was just gonna say, like, what if Rip Harambe's like been in the works for like years since it happened?
Like before he made all his money, he was just like,
Well,
I got this.
he was probably still rich in 2012, but or 2016 rather,
Yeah.
but
Well, I was saying like he had this beat, but he couldn't think of the lyrics, and then when Harambe died, that's what sparked it.
that's funny as hell. Uh,
Terrifying. I mean, it could.
yeah,
I'm stuck between. I don't know if Elon Musk is like actually like a really memey person, or if like his marketing team was like, "Hey Elon, start liking anime. The kids love that."
well, I feel like it's a little bit of both, just off of like, okay, so the Joe Rogan podcast changed my opinion of him as a whole.
Yeah, I think it changed a lot of opinions on him.
Because I actually really like Elon Musk. I did a few reports on him back in high school a few years back, but before he came out as like a memer and liked anime and shit that I like. So even before that, I just like the shit that he did, the stuff that he did. Solar City, Tesla, SpaceX. Hell, he made PayPal.
He did do that.
So I feel like he's just peaking
He's
even farther.
Is he peaked or is he plateaued? It's
I
kind of
feel
hard to decide.
I feel like it's just a steady track upwards, really.
He's a little roller coaster. Hasn't
Okay,
got
he
down
gets
yet.
to Mars, he colonizes it, and just names everything after meme culture.
That would be actually awful. That'd be terrible.
That Come on, bro. What if the capital city on Mars is just called Yeet?
That'd be stupid. That'd be so dumb.
Who gives a shit though? It's on Mars.
I care. I don't
Do
want
you?
to. I don't want to live on Mars and be like, oh yeah, I have to take a trip to Pikachu meme face.
I feel like that's just a bad name, even if it was Mimi.
Well, you're telling me we got meme names. That's a meme.
Nah, it's a bad one though. Like that doesn't mean you can't choose good ones.
Okay, give me some examples. Give me a city.
I
Give me two
I would
cities that you
de-
put on
I
Mars.
I would definitely live in a city called Yeet.
Okay, give me one more.
And all right, let me think. Let me think.
Brain blast.
Hell, I would name. I was gonna say I would name a city Brain Blast, but no, that is genuinely bad, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of just not good.
Yeah, you're kind of right. Like, yeah, it's not a bountiful area to name shit off of, but still, it'd be funny as hell to be an Earth peasant and just think of all the cool people in Yeet on Mars.
I'm not on the same page, but I'll let you live in this little fantasy world that you created.
The more I say Yeet, the harder it is to actually want to say Yeet.
It's
'Cause
gross. Yeah, it sounds gross the more you say it.
it's too breathy. I feel out of breath after just saying the word.
That might be a more underlying issue.
Hey, I go upstairs fine. It's just Yeet just uses almost all my lung capacity for some reason.
I'm just picturing you like at like at your microphone, just like yeet, and then
No, I'm not out of breath. I just have to take another breath. Come on.
I'm just joshing. I'm just joshing.
Oh, I would name. I was gonna say I would name a city bitch lasagna, but
No,
no meme. Just name a city meme review.
I'm not on board with this anymore. I've jumped ship. I'll be honest.
Well, you can stay on Earth, and me on Elon will be fucking kicking it on Mars.
All right, you and Emoji Records, you guys have a great time. The only song that can
Emoji.
play, or the national anthem, is Rip Harambe until he comes out with another banger.
Yeah, I wouldn't live there if that was the case. To be
Some
real.
you got to make do. We don't. Sometimes you gotta like, you gotta roll with the punches.
Mm. To all our viewers and listeners out there, I recommend listening to the song though, just because the auto tune is so insane on it.
It's not bad, and that's the thing I hate to admit is it's not the worst thing I've listened to.
Yeah, like there's definitely some what would you call it, like production in it?
Yeah, there's production value.
Yeah, it's not like he just fucking woke up April Fool's Day morning, sat down in front of his Tesla book, and was just I'm gonna record a rap and just spoke into his mic and selected a beat. Like it seems like there's some production involved for some
It's a fucking reason.
far out there reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he definitely took his time with it, it feels. Or someone did at least.
Yeah, someone did.
Um,
I wonder if it's his PR team, because honestly, that's still great PR.
yeah. Well,
I want to buy two Teslas now. I already want one. I'll buy two.
we can get matching Teslas. That'd be cute.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. We can charge them together. And I wonder where the nearest charging station. That's a
There,
topic for something else.
there's one near Five Guys.
Actually, on that same note of electric cars, this isn't a topic for this week because I have yet to fact check it. But one of the northern regions in Europe, either like Norway, Finland, or Sweden, or one of them, they've had their first year where electric cars have outsold traditional cars.
Really?
Yeah, which is really cool. That's a big step in reducing our carbon footprint, which is pretty cool.
That sounds like a Sweden thing, to be honest.
It's one of the like northern Europe countries.
Yeah. Well, hey, speaking of Europe, um, Article 13 is now a big old issue.
Oh yeah. So for people that don't know, Article 13 basically just trademarked or made everything trademarkable.
Yeah.
Like the main problem with it is like sites like YouTube, Facebook, Reddit, anywhere where you can share images and videos and whatnot. It's not the people that post on there that get in trouble if they post a trademarked image or video. It's the actual site
Hmm.
that gets sued, and
Yeah.
that's like the huge issue.
And that's like for people that aren't really in the loop of YouTube, a lot of people who create the content for YouTube, they'll post something that maybe advertisers don't like, so YouTube has to go in and like demonetize their video. But now instead of it just being the creator's problem, it's YouTube's problem as a whole. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. And like, one of the dumbest things that came of this is memes are copyright now.
While we're
Like memes
while,
are copyrighted images.
while we're still on the topic of memes.
Like it's preposterous. It's preposterous. Okay, think of like your basic meme format. Like God, I don't even know. Like let's just go back to Rage comics from like 2011, right?
The good old
In
days.
iFunny. You can't post those anymore unless you draw them yourself.
Yeah.
You can't use a template, nada, unless it's non-copyrighted. That is. But guess what? Everything's copyrighted, so get wrecked, idiot.
Yeah. I just what's the do you have any idea what the benefit to this is? Is it just
I
so that like companies can't like get their shit stolen at all, I guess?
y- yeah, I'm not really sure exactly why it came to be.
You know.
Like, who's like, because I know there was a big like uproar saying like, who the hell voted for these politicians that voted for it to pass? Like, why is it passing? Like, it's like the people definitely didn't want it to pass
It's probably like net
at all.
neutrality with us back when that
But I
was
mean,
the
like,
biggest
there was
thing.
200,000 people in the streets in Germany like protesting this.
Yeah. No, I did see that. Well,
And usually it seems like European politicians tend to take stock in what their people have to say, or at least that's what I thought up until recently.
yeah, I mean, normally I would say so, but I don't know too much about this on like the benefits from it for like big companies, but I imagine they're pretty significant if they'd want to or pass this on or go through with it.
Mm.
I don't know.
Well,
It's something we'll probably touch up more on in upcoming weeks when more news comes out, but it did get passed, so
yeah. So it basically compels, this is from a website, any website to remove infringing content and show they took prior care to prohibit the upload of anything protected by copyright. So what that means for sites even like Google or YouTube or Facebook, that means everything that goes up there has to be searched pretty much by a real person. That's not obtainable with the rate that people can upload.
Yeah.
So there's possibilities for big sites like YouTube or Facebook or Venmo just to pull out of EU regions altogether because they can't have the manpower to do that. And their sites basically become non-recognizable if they put all these restrictions on to combat the potential lawsuits that they can have for a copyright image or whatever being put on their site.
Hmm.
It's pretty dumb.
Kind of scary.
Yeah. Uh, I just don't. I don't know. I don't get why copyright became a huge thing for them. Like Dan said, that's something we'll touch up on and come back on because I'm quite interested in it myself as of now.
Yeah, definitely something that
So
we'll look into. Probably give updates in the upcoming weeks, like I said.
yeah, because there's definitely a lot of like EU YouTubers and stuff and streamers that I watch. I'm just interested to see how it affects them and what they have to say on it.
Hmm.
We'll
Interesting.
come back to it.
We'll come back
We'll
to it
come
when
back.
we're more knowledgeable.
Yeah, but something that we are kind of knowledgeable on. I say that, but we're not at all. So Komodo Island is reportedly closing until 2020 because people keep stealing their dragons. Yes, you heard that right. And you probably put two and two together, and the island of Komodo and dragons, Komodo dragons, basically big lizards, right? That I think are poisonous as well, or venomous.
They are. I fucking love the first line of this article where it says Indonesia's famous Komodo Island, home of the Komodo dragon, will likely close to tourists after cops busted a ring of lizard smugglers last month.
Jeez. So,
Jesus.
according to this article, the closure was announced after the Indonesian Ministry of Environment and Forestry revealed that it had busted a smuggling ring that was going to sell 41 Komodo dragons.
41 Komodo dragons? What the fuck? How do you get that
The,
many?
the lizards were selling for about 35,000.
Each?
Unspecified. Yeah, each actually $35,000 each.
Holy moly.
So apparently they're very valuable on the black market. They are protected species as well.
I'd imagine. Are they endangered?
Well, they're protected, so I guess that means they're on the stage of becoming endangered,
Oh.
or it's a possibility that they become endangered.
I remember as a
Yeah.
kid, Komodo dragons used to be my favorite animals. I used to have a giant stuffed animal one. This is my favorite thing.
Oh, they're fucking scary though. You gotta go on YouTube
They're fucking
and type in Komodo dragon like hunting its prey or moving fast because
Yeah.
that's the scariest thing.
Okay, no, their running is not scary. I mean, it'd be scary if it
Well,
was coming at me, but its running is
yeah.
just the meanest waddle I've ever seen in my life.
Well, the video that comes, you're right, actually, but the video that comes in mind is just like one charging with its mouth open for some reason, and that just like is embedded in my mind.
Oh yeah.
But Komodo dragons could apparently grow up to 10 feet long and weigh up to 200 pounds.
Yeah, they're big boys.
And they
Komodo
have
dragons ain't
poisonous
nothing to fuck
saliva.
with.
Poisonous saliva.
They look like they're wearing like chainmail, but not chain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like skin mail or scale mail.
Scale mail.
Thank you.
That's
Scale mail.
that's accurate.
Yeah, and oh, wow, there's an estimate of only about 6,000 left in the wild.
Oh no.
Huh. This is
Don't let my boys die.
don't let your boys die.
Yeah.
Honestly, would you have a Komodo dragon as a pet?
Um.
Like, let's just say he was like perfectly domestic.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What? I still think I would get freaked out if I rounded a corner and that motherfucker was just sunbathing in the middle of the living room.
Yeah, I think it would be hilarious if I took him for walks and he had a little harness on, and he's just
That would be the best.
he's just waddling around the street corners and saying this scenario like nobody pays attention to it, so like everyone's just out there walking their Komodo dragons, and I'm like, oh hey Bill, hey, oh how's the little dragon? Oh, he's doing good.
Jeez, like they get up to 10 feet long and 200 pounds. That little guy, as you said, could probably pull you across the
World.
across the walkway. Yeah, across the world.
Yeah, little guy, big boy, same thing in my mind.
Mm. You know, I didn't actually know where Komodo dragons came from, but apparently Indonesia.
Yeah, Indonesia,
Um,
any all over there in the Eastern Hemisphere. Let's say 2021. You want to take a trip to Komodo Island?
I'm gonna be real. I don't know how I would react if I saw one of those in real life.
Well, we're gonna.
Reptiles aren't really my forte.
No, me neither, but I'd be interested. Well, hey, we're gonna fight a bear come May, so might as well.
That's true. Did we talk about that on the podcast?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it last week.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight a bear.
Yeah, same.
There
Well,
was a comedian that I think did that for like a publicity stunt thing.
yep. I think it was
It was the machine
Brett.
guy.
Yeah, Brett Kaiser.
Yeah,
I like that
but of
guy.
course I'll fight one for real though.
Yeah, no, nope. We're not fucking around. This is a real deal.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Dan's gonna be fighting a Komodo dragon.
I'm gonna love a Komodo dragon, but
Oh, they have such cool names.
I'm gonna 1v5 these lizard smugglers when I find them.
These lizards.
Yeah, they're gonna be in their little dark basement somewhere in bumfuck nowhere, and I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna have some cheesy one-liner, and then it's gonna turn into the Expendables, but I'm not The Rock, nor am I the size of any of them, but I still just beat them up. I'm just punching left and right, like
Jeez.
and I run up to the ringleader, and I um I run up,
You do
I
it.
run up, I put my fist in his chest, and then I rip open his chest, and then I just Mortal Kombat fatality him is basically it.
Animal poachers suck. So
My least
yeah.
favorite. That and
Well,
pedophiles.
accurate.
Could you imagine a pedophile poacher? A pedophile animal poacher is
Uh,
probably the devil.
that's. I feel like that's a big mixed bag. I wonder if any being could exist,
Yeah, that sounds
not
like you
just
just.
succumb to evil.
That sounds like
I'm
you're
sorry.
just
Did you say
throwing.
that sounds like you?
No, I said that sounds like you're just throwing darts at the board. Whatever like two things land.
Yeah, animal smuggler pedophile.
Yeah.
Jeez. But this happened back in 1974, and I just wanted to include this story because I thought it was hysterical for no reason. So, in the spirit of April Fool's Day, this man in Alaska, in Sitka, I believe it's pronounced, Alaska. There's a dormant volcano there.
Hmm.
I believe it's Mount Edgecumbe. I know that sounds weird, but I'm pretty sure it's Mount Edgecumbe. What he did was he got people to believe that it was live again, no longer dormant. So people wake up to, as this article puts, a menacing plume of black smoke rising from the crater. It looked like it
Oh,
was preparing to blow.
okay.
So this duped the Coast Guard, locals. It duped people. It duped a lot of people. And you know how he did it?
Mm-hmm.
This guy just took a crap ton of tires, like just tires, threw them into the hole and lit them on fire.
Oh, okay. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? This was a 50-year-old man as well that did this.
That's a
Like
great.
this wasn't some kid.
No, that's a great April Fool's prank, though.
Yeah, he collected 70 old tires that he kept in an airplane hangar. Why?
That's so fucked. Well, actually, no. In Alaska, a lot of people fly planes, so I guess maybe he has one.
Okay, yeah. And he had to wait 3 years to enact his prank because of visibility on April Fool's Day.
Oh my god. That's
So here's a quote from that day to his wife. So he looked at his wife, Patty, and said, "I have to go today." And she replied, "Just don't make an ass of yourself."
sorry, love.
That has to be one of the. I don't know why it's so funny to me. Just the fact that this guy because he got the military involved. He got the military involved by just burning tires in a dormant volcano.
Did this dude get like in a shit ton of trouble, or were people like, "Oh, that's good"?
Honestly, I think because the media coverage, I believe, helped him out a lot. Because people, I don't think, jumped on him like, "What the hell is he doing? Could have created a national emergency," or anything like that. Like people were like, I believe thought like it was a genuine good prank.
I
And there's the news headlines that you can see from the article, like announcing some of the world's greatest brags, and this guy gets his spot there for it.
Yeah, I mean that's good. I respect that. I mean, I imagine if I woke up and saw black smoke coming out of a volcano, I'd shit my pants.
Well, I mean, he's a noted prankster as well. I guess he's done some other shit like just completely chop down a whole tree and then airdrop it into his friend's driveway and placing plastic flamingos in trees to confuse tour boats and shit like that.
I like this guy. I don't know if he's still around, but hope he's still doing it.
Another one of his pranks, according to this article, is he was holding a chainsaw sale at his store, one for the price of two.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
like
okay.
this guy was ahead of the curve back in the 70s and 80s. He
No,
died in 2003.
oh,
Rest in peace,
rip.
Porky.
Rest in peace, Porky. Your
Was his name
legacy will
actually
live on.
Porky? His name was actually Porky, apparently.
No, I guess you're destined for that kind of life if that's your name.
It, is there a correlation there?
Porky the Pig was a Looney Tunes character. Looney Tunes was funny. I thought it was there.
Ah, I see the connection now. I see the connection now.
I couldn't tell if I was reaching. I thought that was fine.
So, with this in mind, how do you think a prank like this would be received today?
That dude would get publicly massacred.
I'm gonna be honest. I agree. It sucks to say, but I feel like we're I don't want to say so quick to scare as a society nowadays, but we're so like rearing for anything like bad to happen that I feel like people would instantly jump to the worst conclusions as soon as they saw smoke rising from it, which
Oh
is
yeah.
kind of understandable because, well, if a volcano erupts anywhere near your proximity, you're probably fucked just by the ash cloud if everything else doesn't get you.
Oh yeah.
So it is understandable, but at the same time,
No,
jokes.
yeah, no, this shit would not fly in today's age, and especially
No,
like
no, no.
it gets found out that this dude was a prank. That dude would be in jail for the rest of his life. But his Twitter would probably be popping off for people supporting him, saying that it's not right. So it's
Well,
like win lose.
I'm certain like back then there probably wasn't any rules or regulations in like that have been set that said you couldn't do that. So I'm sure that's like how he got around any form of like legal action.
Yeah, that makes
You know,
sense.
I'm sure like obviously it probably hasn't been done before. So I'm sure nowadays there would be some form of rules or regulations that you'd have to break to do something like this.
Hmm. How about
When I
you?
was younger, me and my siblings used to mess around a little bit with each other, like just like I believe there was. I'm not sure if it was April Fool's Day or just a prank my brother decided to play on me, but he duct taped my door shut from the other side,
Oh,
and I had no like he was watching me. It was just me, him, and my sister home. My parents were out, and I had no fucking clue how because the door didn't have a lock. And it didn't occur to me that anyone could be on the other side holding or anything. So I thought I was like in the Twilight Zone and my door couldn't open. I thought it was like a magical endeavor. But that was a prank that stuck with me since I was a kid, just because of how like freaked out I got. Like I thought I was experiencing the supernatural.
ghosts are holding
Uh,
your door closed.
yeah. And then on my dad, you ever see the one on the internet where you put the tape around the you know that detachable hose for the sink?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you put tape around that so when they flip it on, it's already pressed down, just sprays at them. I've done that numerous times.
I would kill you.
Yeah,
If
well, it's funny as hell. Honestly, it's always funny until someone's like an idiot and just jumps back instead of just turning off the faucet.
yeah,
Because that's when it's not funny anymore. Because that's just like, well, now there's water literally everywhere.
yeah, as if like water is gonna melt you when it hits you. Yeah,
Well, yeah, but it's a
it's just
bitch to clean up.
yeah, it's just annoying.
Little tired,
Yeah,
tired.
I've been like unintentionally yawning for the past like 5 minutes, and it's not even that like I haven't been interested. It's just that like I keep yawning and I'm making myself yawn because of my own yawns. You know what I mean?
Huh?
Like you know how if like you
Yes.
hear or see someone yawn, you'll yawn because that's just your body's reaction.
Yeah, dogs have that reaction as well.
Yeah, I guess my
For
body
some
is
reason.
just having like short-term memory loss, and it's like, who's that yawning?
You're seeing the reflection in your monitor of yourself yawning, causing you to yawn again.
Something like that. Hard to say. Hey,
Mm.
I have
Hey,
I have a couple Yahoo questions for you.
hit me.
Um, Number one, um,
Number
is
one,
is Rainbow Trout a good name for a baby girl?
rainbow trout.
Does that one
No,
work? Is
it's a
that good?
solid no from me, dog.
What's wrong with
Wow.
it?
Do you think? Do you really have to ask? You're naming. I imagine it's the first name, right? Like they're not saying their last name is Trout and they're naming their first name Rainbow. I'm picturing like their first name being Rainbow Trout,
Yeah,
like Rainbow
exactly.
hyphen Trout.
Yeah.
Fuck no, that's a terrible name. You're just naming your daughter off a fish.
You why? I'm sorry. It's hard for me to process. Like, why is that a bad thing?
Okay, Rainbow Trout aren't actually rainbow. They're not very feminine, nor are they lady, nor are they majestic, nor are they romantic.
You
They're,
just you just sound like a hater. You just sound like you don't like rainbow trouts. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry, Dan. Do you want me to remind you when you have a daughter to name it Rainbow Trout?
I honestly, if you managed to remember that, I'd be very impressed, and you could probably have my firstborn if you wanted it.
Bet. Hell yeah.
Here, I got another one for you.
Hit me with it.
Why does my arm shake and turn bright red when I'm eating dirt?
Fucking what?
Uh,
It's real?
why? Yeah, why does my arm shake and turn bright red when I'm eating dirt?
I don't know, Timmy. Probably because you're eating fucking dirt.
I guess it makes sense.
Like, does your body even? I wonder if your body even digests dirt. Like, I imagine you'll just start shutting down as if you just ate coins.
Well, okay. There's probably nutritional value in dirt more than coins.
Yeah, but dirt has like pebbles and small, like small rocks in it. Your body's not going to digest that all the same, right? So it doesn't.
Hmm. Um, Here, I have my favorite one now. Are you
All
ready?
right. Yeah.
Um, this person says, "Help! Very popular techno song. They play in clubs. I always hear the song on the radio or when I'm up in the club, but I can't find out what it's called. It's all beats. One part of the song is like this. Sorry. It's like okay.
Come on. You can do it. You can
Uh,
do it.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know that
Like,
song. Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's like, all right. When dubstep was popular, did you ever try like you heard this banger and you loved the song, but it was dubstep, so you're like, how the fuck can I find this song? And you're in
Yes, I
Google, you're
have.
like, hello Google, pardon me to didn't mean to bother you. What song goes boop boop
Wub
boop
wub.
boop beep 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 wub? And then Google's response is, I'm sorry,
Huh?
excuse me? And you're like, you know, the one that, you know. And then I have to start
Jeez.
using Bing, because apparently only intellectuals use Bing.
I hate to say it, but I have done it, so I can't fault this guy for trying to ask on Yahoo.
100%
But
done it.
it's incoherent, man. But I know the song he's talking about, so you better reply to him. It's "Bangarang" by Skrillex.
Thank you. Here, what?
Actually,
Oh,
speaking of Bangarang, real quick, I said Bangarang in class today in response to getting a grade back, and someone's like, "Huh?" Like, oh, it's from a song, and they're like, "What song?" And I had to go. Skrillex.
Skrillex, Bangarang, and they're like, who? And then you bust out your Zune, and you're like, peep this shit, and then you hit play,
Jeez.
and then they're like, this is awful, and you're like, yeah.
Dude, I could be so into dubstep. Like, dubstep could be my life, and I would never admit that I listen to Skrillex.
Yeah, well, I used to like Skrillex. I liked
Oh,
that like Jack U album. I like that one.
back in the day, it was kind of fine, but I'm saying, like, now it is.
Yeah, no, I agree. Hey, all right. The last one was my favorite, but I have one final one for you.
Let's hear it.
If I eat myself, would I become twice as big or disappear completely?
Well, you're not taking matter away, nor are you gaining. So realistically, you'd bleed out.
Hmm.
Like, because I imagine you'd like eventually just run out of feasible things to eat and digest, right? Like, I
Well,
guess if you ate yourself slowly, like you could digest yourself and then you would send it out the other end, so you would be getting smaller.
it's like the that snake where it eats itself. So
The Ouroboros.
yeah, thank you. I couldn't think of the name. So I imagine completely disappear, more than twice as big. But oh no, maybe when
Well,
you eat yourself, you disappear completely, but you come back twice as big.
yeah, definitely, definitely, that's how it works. Yeah,
All right, I'm
yeah,
glad.
I like that. I like that.
Thank you for not questioning me on this. I'm like,
BRB, I'm coming back 12 feet tall, by the way.
okay, nice. Yeah, like I really don't think you can question me on that one. I think that one's fine.
Yeah, or hold on, sorry, 12 foot 2.
12 foot two, nice. I'll come back as 6 foot finally.
You're not small.
I'm not big though. I'm not twice as big. Would you rather be twice as big or completely disappear?
Well, okay, can we just say half as big for the sake of it? Because,
Nope.
well, I don't want to disappear.
All right. Well, then you want to be twice as big.
Well,
There's no
I'd
middle ground here,
rather.
Bobby. You're not fighting me on this.
God, okay, so I'm 6'1", so yeah, that'd make me 12 foot 2. Could you imagine everything I would hit my head on?
Yeah, you'd be terrifying to look at too.
Well, and I also probably need a cane to walk because I imagine my bones wouldn't be able to keep up with it.
Well, I'm assuming when they say twice as big, your bones and organs get twice as big.
Well, I don't know how you're feasibly eating bone, but if you are,
You never had
and
bone marrow?
successful. Yeah, have you tried to digest an actual bone before? Not bone marrow,
If
bone.
if you sound like Hermione when you said that. But imagine if you cook it enough, it'd probably just turn into like a jello.
Okay, that's fair. That
Just
is
wouldn't
fair.
wouldn't taste good.
Well, but at that point, if you're cooking it, that means some of the gases that make up you and things that cook off, you're not fully eating that, so you're losing out on some of your on some of your own. I don't even know what the hell to call it. I don't want to say your own meat because that just sounds weird as hell.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's time we just wrap it up before we get to before we
You
jump
know,
down any more rabbit holes.
yeah, you know what? A little bit of a weird episode this week. Not a lot of news, not a lot of pop culture news, and I'm gonna be real. Didn't want to break out those philosophical topics yet.
No, I'm fine with the way we're at now.
Yeah, just a very weird week, man. I'm still messed up from Rip Harambe. My ears are still ringing from it.
Yeah, I couldn't turn it down in the link either. This was the worst part.
Yeah,
And I was like, I could
yeah,
turn down my headset volume, but fuck that, I gotta reach for it.
exactly. Oh, jeez. All right, folks, that's been the Frying Pan Podcast, episode 22. This is going up on Thursday, the 11th,
Um,
probably.
no?
Thursday, the 4th, probably. Is it? Yeah,
Yes.
the 4th.
I don't know. You got the 11th. I was like,
I
okay.
I looked ahead in my schedule.
I got you.
Yeah. Uh, anyways, so we're on social media. You guys already know we're on Twitter and Instagram. The handle for both those are the Frying Pan Pod. We're posting on those more frequently. We'd appreciate a follow. We give updates there, sometimes some motivational stuff. Um, but yeah, the handle is the Frying Pan Pod. We'd appreciate a follow. And if you're listening to us right now, you're on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Music, Stitcher, or YouTube. Thanks. We do appreciate it. And we'd also appreciate it if you could leave any form of rating on it. It does help. And we'd also appreciate any form of constructive criticism in the form of a comment, or you can send that also over to our email in the frying pan podcast at gmail.com. Any form of criticism does indeed help. Like I always say, we do this to get better. And for the last time, this has been the Frying Pan Podcast, episode 22. Thanks for tuning in this week. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your week. I've been Robert D'Onofrio.
Me, Robert D'Onofrio.
Me, Frying Pan Podcast. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Bye bye.
Bye.